Today's Pledge of Allegiance is by Paul Felix, Chris P. Roach, George Kryler, and Jackson Ragas, and they're the Boy Scout Troop 127 from Centennial, Colorado.
Please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please read the roll.
Representatives Arndt. Representative Arndt. Becker J. Becker K. Becker K.
Excused.
Beckman. Benavides. Representative Benavides.
Excused.
Bridges. Buck. Buckner. Representative Buckner.
Excused.
Carver. Catlin. Coleman. Covarrubias. Danielson. Escar. Everett. Exum. Foote. Garnett. Janal. Gray. Hamner. Hanson. Herod. Hooten. Representative Hooten. Oh. Humphrey. Jackson. Representative Jackson.
Excused.
Kennedy. Kraft Tharp. Landgraf. Representative Landgraf. Yes, thank you. Lawrence. Thank you. Lebsock. Lee. Leonard. Lewis. Liston. Lontine. Lundeen. McKean. McLaughlin. Melton. Michelson Janae. Mitch Bush. Navarro. Neville. Nordberg. Pabon. Pedersen. Rankin. Ransom. Rosenthal. Sane. Salazar. Sias. Singer. Representative Singer.
Excused.
Thurlow. Valdez. Van Winkle. Weissman. Willett. Williams. Wilson. Winter. Wist. Young. Madam Speaker.
Present.
Anybody else walk in? Got Jackson, Buckner, Benavides, Becker, Singer. Haven't seen any of them. Haven't seen any.
With 60 present and 5 excused, we have a quorum. Representative Hansen.
Good morning, Madam Speaker. I move that the reading of the Journal of Friday, February 17th, 2017 be dispensed with and approved as corrected by the Chief Clerk.
You have heard the motion. For all of those who are paying attention and would like to vote in favor of that motion, please signify by saying yes. Aye. Those opposed signify by saying no. Motion passes. Announcements and introductions. I do have an announcement today for today only on the Health Insurance and Environment Committee. Representative Danielson replaces Representative Jackson and Representative Singer replaces Representative Buckner. Further announcements or introductions? Good morning, Representative Wilson.
Good morning, Madam Speaker. Colleagues, if I could turn your attention to the screen up here. A year ago, this little bundle of joy was born early, and that caused quite a bit of stress in our family and caused Christy to leave me here at the Capitol for a month to go back to Oregon to be with her. Now, a year later, the Speaker has allowed a long weekend for us to celebrate Remy's first birthday. And just a word of warning, she eats like her grandfather. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Ah, so sweet. Thank you. Any further announcements or introductions? Representative Landgraf.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I can't possibly top that. But Wednesday, February 22nd, is the Behavioral Health Caucus. It is upstairs in room 357. Lunch is provided, and we're going to be talking about the role of peer counselors in mental health.
Representative Pedersen.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, Metro State University Caucus is meeting this Wednesday to talk about services for veterans in the basement in room 111. I hope that you will be there.
Further announcements or introductions? The mad dash from Representative Rosenthal. Good morning.
Did you say anything? It's a 2-for-1 offer.
Oh, and Representative Norberg as well. Good morning.
Good morning, Madam Speaker. Thank you so much for recognizing me this morning. So we do have an event that Representative Nordberg and I would like to remind members. Members, hi. Good morning.
Let me get everybody's attention.
All right. Good morning, members. So just as a reminder, there will be the Aerospace and Defense Caucus lunch on Wednesday.
Representative Norberg.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Yes, tomorrow, Wednesday at noon, free box lunch, aides, interns, everyone is welcome to talk about Colorado's diverse defense industry culture. Thank you so much. Please show up.
Thank you. And if you can let us know in advance, that'll be great. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further announcements or introductions? Representative McKean.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I just wanted to make an announcement that yesterday, President's Day, we went out and celebrated our presidents. And so this chamber, the Senate, agreed to rename a bridge, the Thomas Buchanan Memorial Liberty Bridge. And so we went and we stood on that bridge and we waved flags yesterday. We got a lot of thumbs up, got a few other hand gestures, but what we really got were a lot of people who said they believe in our country and they think that we're going the right direction. So hot diggity dog, we had a great day.
Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And from President's Day to Legislators' Day, which is at least 4 days this week, Public Health Care and Human Services Committee, we will see you at 1:30 today. Just a quick reminder that Senate Bill 25 will be laid over, and so we'll have a slightly lighter day with just House Bills 1175 and Senate Bill 56. Look forward to seeing you all at 1:30.
Further announcements or introductions? Seeing no further announcements or introductions, Assistant Majority Leader Garnett.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to proceed out of order for consideration of second reading general orders.
Seeing no objection, we'll go to second orders. Second reading of bills. Representative Foote. Seeing no objection, Representative Foote will take the chair.
The committee will come to order. With your unanimous consent, the bills will be read by title unless there is a request for reading a bill at length. Committee amendments will not be read unless requested, as they are printed in your bill folders. Floor amendments will be shown on the screen and on your iPads and not read unless requested. Bills will be laid over upon motion of the Majority Leader, and the coat rule is relaxed. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1140.
House Bill 1140 by Representative Danielson, and Senator Neville, concerning permitted use for fee-for-service contract money by the Colorado School of Mines.
Representative Danielson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. It's an honor to serve with you.
And with you.
Let's see. I actually I don't have a copy of the agenda. Is there a? Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1140, and there is no committee report.
To the bill, Representative Danielson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, I come before you today with House Bill 1140. This is a bill regarding the School of Mines and their student support services. This bill will allow them to use their fee-for-services in ways that will increase and improve and kind of enhance their student support services to see an even higher graduate rate amongst their students. Although Mines enjoys an extremely high retention rate from freshmen to graduation and a very high graduation rate, they've identified a few different ways to improve on that. So they would like to be able to use the money to increase their academic advising, academic tutoring, programs to get students in danger of academic suspension back on track, programs to specifically support first-generation students, pre-collegiate programs, and a number of other ways that the university has identified to really help wrap around these students and see them through a more successful time in a very, very challenging and difficult environment. With that, members, I respectfully ask for your support of House Bill 1140 and urge an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1140? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1140. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those against say no. House Bill 1140 is adopted. Mr. Randall, please read the title of Senate Bill 52.
Senate Bill 52 by Senator Kerr, also Representative Thurlow, concerning recommendations related to Title 22 from the Department of Education to the Statutory Revision Committee.
Representative Thurlow.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, members. Senate Bill 52 is another Statutory Revision Committee bill. It simply corrects a couple places in the statutes where the day that schools count their students is defined in one place only as October 1st, and then it's defined in other sections as being either October 1st or what happens if October 1st falls on a Saturday or a Sunday, etc. So This bill corrects that, and there's another place where the statute refers to accredited non-public schools and accredited independent schools, and neither of those schools exist anymore, so the bill corrects that. Very simple. I urge an aye vote on Senate Bill 52.
And Representative Thurlow, thank you for the summary. Could you also please move the bill?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and I move Senate Bill 52.
Thank you, Representative Thurlow. Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 52? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 52. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. Senate Bill 52 is adopted. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1093.
House Bill 1093 by Representative Ransom, Senator Kagan, concerning an increase in the exemption for the cash surrender value of life insurance.
Representative Ransom.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1093. There is no committee report.
Thank you. To the bill, Representative Ransom.
Thank you. This bill just raises the exemption of the cash surrender value of life insurance. The current value is $100,000. It's been that way since 2010, and this bill would raise it to $250,000. It came out of committee unanimously, and I ask for your support and for an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1093? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1093. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. House Bill 1093 is adopted. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1136.
House Bill 1136 by Representative Foote, also Senator Gardner, concerning inconsistent statutory language for electronic filing of taxes.
Representative Foote.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1136, and there is no committee report.
To the bill.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. House Bill 1136 is a good business bill. It just aims to make sure that the businesses that are not able to or have a hardship can file taxes, sales taxes, other types of taxes through electronic filing if they go through a waiver process. Currently, there are some types of businesses or some types of taxes, rather, where these electronic filing waivers can be submitted and some not. And so we're just truing it up so that in all types of taxes, businesses can file these waivers with the Department of Revenue, and the Department of Revenue can decide whether or not they should be granted in any type of tax. So I ask for an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1136? Seeing none, the question before us is the passage of House Bill 1136. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1136 passes. Mr. Randall, please read the title of Senate Bill 20.
Senate Bill 20 by Senator Cook, also Representatives Melton and Janal, concerning the establishment of a uniform approval standard for Fire and Police Pension Association statewide plan elections.
Representative Janal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move Senate Bill 20. There are no committee reports.
To the bill, Representative Janal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This bill was recommended by the Police Officers and Firefighters Pension Reform Commission, and it establishes a uniform standard for approving modifications to statewide defined benefits plan administered by the Fire and Police Pension Association. Up until now, the FPPA took on local plans, and all of these plans had different percentages. And what this bill does is it standardizes the voting plans for the FPPA to 65%.
Representative Melton.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And members, this bill reduces the election participation rate necessary for employees of local governments to approve changes to their pension plans. It will reduce, or it may reduce, administrative costs for local governments to ensure that enough active members turn in ballots to approve these changes. With that, members, I would ask for an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion on Senate Bill 20? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of Senate Bill 20. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. Senate Bill 20 is adopted. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1133.
House Bill 1133 by Representatives Nordberg and Hooten, House Senators Tate and Moreno, concerning the annual report on filing office rules by the Secretary of State.
Representative Nordberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1133, and there is no committee report.
To the bill, Representative Nordberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, this is a statutory revision committee bill, just repeals a antiquated report. Would ask for a yes vote.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1133? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1133. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. House Bill 1133 is adopted.
He's not ready.
Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1137.
House Bill 1137 by Representatives Thurlow and Hootenhoff, Senators Tate and Moreno, concerning the scheduled repeal of requirements by the Department of Revenue to the General Assembly.
Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to lay over House Bill 1137 till the end of the calendar.
Seeing no objection, House Bill 1137 will be laid over to the end of the calendar. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I also move to lay over House Bill 1151 till tomorrow, February 22nd.
Seeing no objection, House Bill 1151 will be laid over until tomorrow, February 22nd. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1152.
House Bill 1152 by Representatives Willett and Mitch Bush, concerning the authority of a federal mineral lease district to manage a portion of the direct distribution of money from the local government mineral impact fund to counties for the benefit of impacted areas.
Representative Willett.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1152.
To the bill, Representative Mitch Bush. No?
There's no committee report.
Mr. Chair, may I also add that I move the committee report also.
Thank you for the reminder. Okay. So we've had House Bill 1152 and the Transportation and Energy Committee report. So we're to the Transportation and Energy Committee report. Representative Mitch Bush.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. House Bill 1152 was heard in front of the Transportation and Energy Committee. There were essentially two amendments. The one amendment clarified the responsibilities of the Board of Directors on page 4 of the original bill. The second amendment took away the safety clause and added the usual language as Section 3 regarding petition. I ask for an aye vote on the Transportation Energy Committee report.
Is there any further discussion regarding the committee report on House Bill 1152? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the committee report. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The committee report is adopted. Now to the bill, Representative Willett.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Ladies and gentlemen, 1152 is a very a unique and good bill. It's somewhat restricted to areas of the West Slope, although it does apply around the state. It is the concept of federal mineral leasing. So when energy companies, extraction companies work on federal lands, they have to pay monies to lease the land. Then that money comes back from the federal government through the state government and then to our local governments to help with the impacted areas. The problem is the money comes in and they spend some of it, may hold some of it, but they've never been able to invest that money to grow that nest egg. This bill simply allows our local districts, it's a public forum under the oversight of the county commissioners, a lot of eyes on, a lot of guardrails, to invest that money and hopefully turn a finite asset into an infinite asset, to build up a trust, a big fund that will grow into the future. We have tremendous support from this, from everything from the CML to all the Club 20 and AGNC and other groups on the West Slope.
Representative Mitch Bush.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. House Bill 1152, as Representative Willett just explained to you, will allow federal mineral lease districts to invest the royalty monies they get from oil and gas development on the federal lands in their counties. For those of you not from counties like ours, in our counties, upwards of 80 or more % of the land is federal land. There is oil and gas development on those lands, so we get back those royalties. The royalties can be used for a number of very important kinds of projects for these energy impacted communities. Because of the volatility and uncertainty of mineral production due to market fluctuations, it's really important for our counties to be able to have this ability. The Federal Mineral Lease District is headed up by a board, and as Representative Willett said, there are lots of guardrails around it. There is an investment policy that is required according to the bill for the Federal Mineral Lease District to accept. This bill will provide certainty and predictability for budgeting in these areas, and it will really help energy impacted counties. I ask for an aye vote.
Representative Liston.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Mitch Bush or Representative Willett, I'm just curious, so what type of monies are we talking about in terms of total value? Are we talking 100,000, $1 million? Can you give some kind of explanation as to the types of the overall monies?
Let me clarify
Representative Mitch
first
Bush.
again what the FML districts do. They provide grants, so they're grant programs. For example, Garfield County, over a period of time, has $17 million in grants for everything from jails to roads, et cetera. So it depends on the county. Garfield has a great deal of oil and gas production. Other of the counties may have less, so it may vary tremendously.
Representative Willett.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thanks for the question. So it depends on production. Sometimes we'll have a distribution of $1, $2, $3 million in a block that goes to the FML that they then take requests for grants and dole out. Right now, it's very low. This bill allows them to invest up to 50%, but no more of a distribution. So if you were to get, let's say, a $2 million distribution, you could invest $1 million. If you only got a $50,000 distribution, they wouldn't be investing any because that's hardly enough to pay the ongoing oversight and costs. So, you know, I'm thinking if it all depends on our market. If it comes back, and Garfield's a little bigger than Mesa, but we might have in a big year $3-4 million, and they might be able to invest half of that.
Representative Liston.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So over a period of years, this $1 million here, $2 million, $5 million, this could be a sizable amount that if it grew, it could be further distributed and the corpus could grow relatively significantly. Is that correct?
Representative Mitch Bush.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Exactly so. Thank you, Representative Liston. You've clarified that for all of us.
Representative Liston.
Sounds like a good idea. Thanks for the explanation. Thank you very much.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1152? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1152. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1152 is adopted. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to lay over House Bill 1137. I move to lay over House Bill 1137 till tomorrow, February 22nd.
Seeing no objection, House Bill 1137 will be laid over till tomorrow, February 22nd. Mr. Rando, please read the title of House Bill 1154.
1154 by Representative Rosenthal, Senator Todd, concerning the creation of an international sister state relationship program by the Colorado Office of Economic Development.
Representative Rosenthal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I move House Bill 1154, and there is no committee report.
To the bill, Representative Rosenthal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So what this bill does is to make sure that the sister state relationships, which have been declared in the past by various governors, are revitalized and used to their fullest potential to promote the business relationships, economic relationships, cultural, educational, tourism relationships between Colorado and other states or provinces around the world. And I ask for an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1154? Representative Van Winkle.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Representative, I still am not entirely clear exactly what this bill does, because we already have the Office of Economic Development and International Trade, who is already tasked with solidifying relationships with foreign governments and states. And we already have sister cities and sister states, I believe, which are beautiful relationships that we learn much about in committee, and I thank you for that. But I don't still understand the reason for the bill, and I suspect it is because OEDIT, Office of International Trade, is dedicating their resources to X, Y, and Z, and you think they should be dedicated to A, B, and C. So help me understand exactly what this bill does that the Office of International Trade cannot do right now.
Representative Rosenthal.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And Representative Van Winkle, that's a really good question. So as we talked about in committee, this is another tool in the toolbox for OEDIT. These types of programs have proven themselves very valuable. If you look at the state of Maryland with its Republican governor, they have found that this is another way that they can express their friendship with another state around the world, but also, as I said, all these types of relationships that they can build upon. And as we also discussed in committee, we're a pretty laid back state. I mean, quite frankly, if I could wear sandals and no tie right now, I probably would. But Maryland would absolutely go ballistic. So, but it's true. We're very laid back. If you look at a lot of the business people and political people and education, et cetera, around the world, they're much more formal than we are. So these types of relationships, when let's just say the governor goes to China, which he has, then he can say, look, we have a sister city with Kunming, we have a sister state, let's just say with Hunan, and then he can relay this to, which we don't, by the way, but he could say, look, we have a relationship with a state in China. We can say, look, we have this relationship, and this is a way for us to say we value our relationship with you. So much so that we're elevating our relationship. We're actually putting a title on it, and it also fosters that kind of communication between the people in that province and that cities that are in that province with our state, so that we have more interaction back and forth. Now, this is not just theoretical. So if you look at, for example, in Denver Sister Cities has a lot of relationships overseas. So, for example, with the Kunming Sister City in China, we just recently, in our last big major celebration, had a whole troupe of dancers from Kunming. So obviously that means they're coming here, using hotel rooms, going to restaurants, using rental cars. And so this is a win-win for both us and our sister city. So why cannot we do this also at the state level?
Representative Van Winkle.
Well, thank you. That's a very good answer, and I appreciate the thoroughness of it. And I do understand that foreign governments may want the official recognition. That makes a lot of sense. But the tool in the toolbox, in my question, becomes less with the bill and less with the bill and more with the fiscal note, because OEdit isn't getting another dime in resources, nor are they getting additional staff. So it seems like they're going to have to take. So this bill will force them to take people off current projects and move them onto new projects, and that might be okay. But I also think they probably could do that right now. So thank you very much for your thorough explanation.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1154? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1154. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1154 is adopted. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1157.
House Bill 1157 to Representative Kraft, Tharp, and Nordberg, also Senator Prioli, concerning reliance by a financial institution on a certificate of trust.
Representative Nordberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1157, and there is no committee report.
To the bill, Representative Nordberg.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, this is just a simple piece of legislation to provide greater access to financial transactions for certificates of trusts in Colorado. Puts us in parity with what 31 other states do and would ask for a yes vote.
Representative Kraft Tharp.
Thank you. So current law already permits the use of a trust certificate to open depository accounts like savings and checking accounts. This bill simply permits it on the lending side. Also ask for your support.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1157? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1157. All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no.
Aye.
The ayes have it. House Bill 1157 is adopted. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1021.
House Bill 1021 by Representative Danielson concerning the release of information by the Division of Labor Standards and Statistics in the Department of Labor and Employment concerning an employer's violation of wage laws.
Representative Danielson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 1021 and the Judiciary Committee report.
To the Judiciary Committee report, Madam Speaker Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. In the Judiciary Committee, we adopted a strike below amendment that just brought the bill into line with what we needed to do as far as make sure that this bill only applies to cases that have been seen all the way through and a final determination by the Department of Labor applies. Also some critical protections for the business community. So I urge an aye vote on the Judiciary Committee report.
Is there any further discussion on the Judiciary Committee report to House Bill 1021? Seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of the committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. The committee report is adopted. Now to the bill, Madam Speaker Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, I come before you today with House Bill 1021, the Wage Theft Transparency Act. As you know, most businesses across the state treat their workers fairly. They value hard work and they compensate their employees fairly. But there are some cases of wage theft, wage law violation, and currently, if a company has violated the wage law, it's interpreted as a trade secret. As a result, this information is hidden from the public. The bill will allow for this information through an open records request to be accessible to potential employees, consumers, and others. So basically, we found a 100-year-old law on the books that shields companies who do commit wage theft as a trade secret. The actual wage law violation itself is considered a trade secret under this 100-year-old law. And this bill will do away with that and add for some certain protections for the businesses across the state to make sure we're shining a light on this kind of activity, but we're also, while we're protecting the workers across the state, we're also promoting the good businesses who don't engage in this kind of behavior. So the bill will help cut down on the occurrence of wage theft and will protect the hardworking people of Colorado. I hope that we can pass the bill and provide this kind of transparency and accountability to consumers and hold the bad actors accountable so that the good businesses across the state are on a more level playing field. I urge an aye vote on House Bill 1021.
Mr. Assistant Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, as an employment lawyer, I can certainly tell you that I had initial skepticism regarding this bill. Wanted to share with you all our discussion in the Judiciary Committee and clarification of the language in the amendment that talks about a notice of citation or notice of assessment being among the documents that would be available on this open records request. My concern is that underlying investigative files would provide somewhat of a fishing expedition for open records requesters. And I have clarified, and this was clarified in testimony from the Division of Labor and Employment, that all that is subject to this particular bill is the final determination that there has been a wage violation. So the underlying investigative files, initial charges with respect to wage law violations are not subject to this. So I'd like to thank Representative Danielson for, I think, threading the needle and carefully narrowing this to be an appropriate utilization of open records, but not allowing folks to essentially comb through investigative files for purposes of litigation. So I do encourage an aye vote on the bill.
Madam Speaker Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you so much, Representative, for the comments. I should have mentioned that he's right. The committee did some good work, adopted an amendment. We got a lot of great testimony and questions answered from both Casey and the Department of Labor. And it passed out of that Judiciary Committee with a unanimous vote.
Representative Carver.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, I would urge support of this bill. In committee, there was a strike below. And in the strike below, and Representative Danielson had worked extensively with the business community, with colleagues across the aisle. What this bill does is says that it is a public document, open records, for final adjudication of wage theft claims. So this is after all appeals have been exhausted and a determination has been made that in fact wage theft has occurred. And so this is entirely appropriate that those businesses or corporations which have stolen from their employees have been called to account and found that in fact they have violated wage laws. It makes that a public record. And so There was unanimous support in judiciary with the strike below amendment, and I would urge your support.
Is there any further discussion? Yes, Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I rise in support of this bill, of House Bill 171021. Thank you.
All right, Madam Speaker Pro Tem.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Thank you, Representative Valdez. Well said. Good bill. Vote yes. Thank you, colleagues.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1021? Now seeing none, the question before us is the adoption of House Bill 1021. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1021 is adopted. Madam Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move that the House rise and report.
Seeing no objection, the House will rise and report.
Will come back to order. Mr. Randall, please read the report of the Committee of the Whole.
Madam Speaker, your Committee of the Whole begs to leave a report has under its consideration the following attached bills being the second reading thereof makes following recommendations thereon. House Bill 1021 as amended, House Bill 1093, House Bill 1133, House Bill 1136, House Bill 1140, House Bill 1152 as amended, House Bill 1154, House Bill 1157, passed on second reading in order engrossed and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 20, Senate Bill 52, passed on second reading in order revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. House Bill 1137, House Bill 1151 laid over until February 22nd, retaining its place on the calendar.
Representative Foote. You have heard the motion. There are no amendments at the desk. Mr. Randall, please open the machine so members can vote on the report of the Committee of the Whole. Representative Humphrey, Representative Lewis. Please close the machine. With 61 yes votes, 2 no votes, and 2 excused, the report of the Committee of the Whole is adopted. All right, that brings us back to third reading of bills. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1102.
House Bill 1102 by Representative Janal concerning a prohibition against engaging in a nuisance exhibition of motor vehicle exhaust.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over House Bill 1102 till Wednesday, February 22nd.
Seeing no objection, House Bill 1102 will be laid over. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1015.
House Bill 1015 by Representative Hooten, also Senator Cook, concerning clarifying the manner in which reductions of inmate sentences are administered in county jails.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1015 on third reading and final passage.
Representative Hooten.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I request permission to offer a third reading amendment, a technical amendment. I know. Okay, officially initiated. Thank you.
So we do have to take a recorded vote on to whether to grant permission on the third reading amendment. Let's start with that. Please open the machine.
How are we doing here?
Representative Beckman, Representative Carver, Representative Catlin, Representative Navarro, Representative Ransom. Please close the machine.
Okay.
With 47 yes votes, 16 no votes, and 2 excused, the motion to allow a third reading amendment is granted. Representative Hooten.
Yes, thank you, Madam Speaker. This is purely a technical amendment, and in a nutshell, it... Oh, okay.
Representative Hooten, you may want to move the amendment now.
I move the amendment, L003.
And ask that it be displayed.
And ask that it be displayed.
L003 is appropriately displayed. Representative Hooten, would you like to describe the amendment?
Yes, Madam Speaker. This amendment is purely technical, conforming amendment that the drafter brought to me. The conforming amendment is necessary as a result of the action of the Judiciary Committee in removing a section of the bill.
Any further discussion? Representative Singer.
Thank you, Madam Speaker and members. I speak in favor of Amendment L003. And the question that I would ask you all to consider right now is, would you rather amend this bill now or try and concur with Senate amendments? Because then the boos and hisses will get really bad for my mentee. So I encourage an aye vote on L003, a technical amendment.
Thank you, Representative Singer.
Seeing no further discussion, the question before us is a passage of L003. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Please close the machine. With 46 yes votes, 17 no votes, and 2 excuse, L003 is passed. We are back toward the underlying motion. Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1015 as amended on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1015 on third reading and final passage as amended. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Please close the machine. With 53 yes votes, 10 no votes, and 2 excused, House Bill 1015 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1101.
House Bill 1101 by Representative Rosenthal, Senators Priola and Todd, concerning the creation of the Youth Corrections Monetary Incentives Award Program and the Division of Youth Corrections.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1101 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1101 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Please close the machine. With 36 yes votes, 27 no votes, and 2 excused, House Bill 1101 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1148.
House Bill 1148 by Representative Arnold, Senator Cook, concerning applications for registration to cultivate industrial hemp.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the final passage of House Bill 1148 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1148 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Representative Lee, Representative Benavides. Please close the machine. With 62 yes votes, 1 no vote, and 2 excused, House Bill 1148 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1071.
House Bill 1071 by Representatives Whiston Leos, Senators Gardner and Kagan, concerning a process for repayment of certain criminal monetary amounts ordered by the court to be paid following conviction.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1071 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1071 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Please close the machine. With 63 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 2 excused, House Bill 1071 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of Senate Bill 13.
Senate Bill 13 by Senator Jones, also Representatives Danielson and Van Winkle, concerning authorization of the Board of Directors of the Fire and Police Pension Association to develop a multi-employer deferred compensation plan document.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 13 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is a passage of Senate Bill 13 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Please close the machine. With 63 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 2 excused, Senate Bill 13 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of Senate Bill 58.
Senate Bill 58 by Senator Baumgartner, also Representative Singer, concerning the authority of certain individuals to purchase alcohol beverages for a premises licensed to sell alcohol beverages for consumption on the licensed premise.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of Senate Bill 58 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is a passage of Senate Bill 58 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Please close the machine. With 63 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 2 excused, Senate Bill 58 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1039.
House Bill 1039 by Representatives Lee, also Senator Kagan, concerning communication issues related to restorative justice.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1039 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is a passage of House Bill 1039 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Representative Escar, Representative Navarro, Representative Ransom, Representative Sane. Please close the machine. With 45 yes votes, 18 no votes, and 2 excused, House Bill 1039 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1142.
House Bill 1142 by Representative Jackson, also Senator Gardner, concerning notices of certain court proceedings.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move to lay over House Bill 1142 one day till Wednesday, February 22nd.
Seeing no objection, House Bill 1142 will be laid over. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1126.
House Bill 1126 by Representatives Danielson and Michelson Janelle, Senator Crowder, concerning the review of legal sufficiency of Medicaid appeals.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1126 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is a passage of House Bill 1126 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Please close the machine. With 43 yes votes, 20 no votes, and 2 excused, House Bill 1126 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1135.
House Bill 1135 by Representative Bridges, also Senator Priola, concerning the portability of employment background checks for a child care worker who works for the same common ownership entity.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1135 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is a passage of House Bill 1135 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Representative Buck. Please close machine. With 63 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 2 excused, House Bill 1135 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Mr. Randall, please read the title of House Bill 1143.
House Bill 1143 by Representative Landgraf, Senator Crowder, concerning audits of correspondence sent to Medicaid clients.
Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move for the passage of House Bill 1143 on third reading and final passage.
The question before us is the passage of House Bill 1143 on third reading and final passage. Mr. Randall, please open the machine. Please close the machine. With 63 yes votes, 0 no votes, and 2 excused, House Bill 1143 is passed. Co-sponsors. Please close the machine. Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that we lay over the balance of the calendar till Wednesday, February 22nd.
Seeing no objection, the balance of the calendar will be laid over until Wednesday, February 22nd. Announcements and introductions. Representative Janal.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And we did, up until a few minutes ago, have in the upper left corner students from Fort Collins High School. So I don't know where they've disappeared to, but let's give them a hand and welcome them. They're here all day. So thank you.
Further announcements and introductions. Representative Valdez.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and it's an honor to serve with you.
It's an honor to serve with you as well.
Members of the House, good morning, and it's an honor to serve with you as well. Today we celebrate a life of a good friend, of a mentor, of a community member in multiple ways, a father, today we honor Mr. Pete Martinez, who on October 13, 1916, was born. And last year was his 100th birthday. And we celebrated that day with his family, with his friends, with his neighbors. He even made national news. Last night back home, I attended his rosary services. It was a packed house. Packed house. To a man who was humble, who worked hard, who built his own house, built his family, and worked hard in the community every single day till the day that, till today, till we celebrate his life. I know back home, they're celebrating his life. And I thank you, Mr. Pedro Pete Martinez, for your service to our country, to our community, and teaching me values and principles. Madam Speaker, I'd like to take a moment of silence in honoring Mr. Martinez.
A moment of silence is granted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Janelle.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. And the Health Insurance and Environment Committee will meet in about 10 minutes. In room 107, we'll have one bill today. Thank you.
Representative Crafthorpe.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Members, the Business Affairs and Labor Committee will be meeting this afternoon, but the order that's in your calendar will not be the same order that we will be hearing the bills, so listen carefully. The first bill we will be hearing today will be House Bill 17-1098 with Representatives Liston and Pabon. Then we will be hearing House Bill 17-1167 with Representative Leonard, and then House Bill 17-1161 with Representative Beckman. Thank you. See you then.
Further announcements and introductions. Any further announcements or introductions? Seeing none. Madam Majority Leader Becker.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I move that the House stand in recess till 1:30 today.
Seeing no objection, the House will stand in recess until 1:30 today.